if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that heartbeat bitter.
Good evening, everyone. This is going to be, again, like a 2-for-1 special. Welcome on back into the channel. I am Faith, of course, the Divine Faith, and we're going to be doing another celebrity reading, just looking at the chart based off of where things are at. This is not my normal spiel when it pertains to the natal chart. I will probably at some point get around to doing Young Thug, and I don't know if I'm gonna do Gunna. I think I heard that he is out. He pled guilty. I don't know anything else outside of that. So what I'm doing right now is I am taking a look right now at how Young Thug is feeling about this particular case. Gunna is out, so like I said, may have to save that for another day unless I decide to do his chart. His actual natal chart, which we may possibly do that for him. So I'm still undecided a little bit right now in terms of the direction that I'm going to go in when it comes to these two individuals. I don't know a lot about this case. All I know is RICO charges can be hard to beat, if we're going to be honest. Okay. So like I said, I pulled the chart based off of my question is tied to how is he feeling right now about his particular case or about his particular trial. Okay. And I'm going to have to see, because I know I've been using the 7th house for law because it is tied to Libra, but I'm going to have to do some more research if I should be looking at the 9th house as well, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Sagittarius or the 9th house, I think is law, or maybe lawsuits. Okay. I'm actually checking my sources right now. Yeah, the 9th house is law as well. So 7th house, and 6th house, 7th house, and 9th house is tied to the law. So I might have to look at the 9th house as well and see if it is, maybe the word is commingling, or see if it's connecting to the 7th house and possibly the 6th house. So there's a lot of houses to take into consideration here. But if you don't necessarily know what I'm doing right now is just a technique whenever it pertains to predictive astrology. I am not a master. Honestly, I would say I'm probably a beginner. But the thing that I definitely like to learn about is degree. I really enjoy the degree theory because I think it just tells a lot. Okay, so I'm going to talk a lot about degrees because I'm still learning about where planets fit, about fall, detriment, exaltation. I think I may almost have those down pat a little bit, but I still have to focus on directional strength and all these things that go into play when it comes to astrology. Okay, so I have a long way to go, but I think I'm pretty much doing these readings at this point maybe just for my own reference, because I'll go back probably eventually and be like, okay, I probably should have said that because that was incorrect, etc., etc. I'm kind of like that. Okay. But either way, so again, welcome. Okay. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified whenever I post more content. Actually, I think my next video is probably going to be Janet Jackson. Should I include Michael in it? I'm not sure, but I think Janet wants us to take a look at her. Maybe not, but my curiosity may want to take a look at her. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but either way, it doesn't matter. I don't have anything up there. So since again, it's the same concept as the last couple of videos. Okay. I'm going to take Gunna as the 7th house because I don't know him personally. And I just don't know him personally. So in these particular charts, I need to take him as a 7th house. Okay. If it was somebody that I knew personally, like my dad or my mom, then I would probably use the 1st house. But since I don't know him personally, I need to take the opposite of me. Okay. But either way, so he is signified by Saturn or Aquarius. Okay. If you don't know, Aquarius's ruler is Saturn. Now, Aquarius does have a co-ruler, which is Uranus, and Uranus right now is making a square to Saturn. Okay, so we could even possibly say big case, big trial, a lot of money on the table. I mean, when it's all said and done, I don't know if maybe he went in with like maybe 15 to $20 million like to his name. Could have even possibly been more. But they may be trying to take away 75% of his millions. Okay, I'm a lot. Some of this stuff will also be going based off of just intuition. Okay, again, if you are new here, I am a tarot reader. Okay, actually reading it. Okay, not for play. I take everything serious, to be honest. Okay, but yes, so I think I've possibly read cards for so long. Sometimes it's just second nature, and I intuitively pick up things, and I can just look at something. So that's why I said sometimes my intuition just kicks in, and I'm just like, okay, something fits here. All right. But either way, so the thing is, Saturn is at home in Aquarius. All right. And think about it. Saturn is that planet that can stay in a sign for a long period of time. Okay. It goes through retrogrades and it goes back direct. Saturn also can represent the father. So we can even possibly say right now where Gunna is at, he is the head of the organization, even though they may be trying to say, no, he's not. In my opinion, I would say probably, yes, he is. And by the way, this video probably won't be too long, honestly. Okay, especially with him being here again, and he is at home, but he's squaring. So I don't know why I want to say what. I don't know if this is true or not, but this may go back to 2015, 2020. I'm not sure if he tried to apply. Could be for some sort of citizenship. I don't know why I'm getting something tied to a visa or something like that. But for some reason, I don't know why I'm getting like something tied to, could be illegal immigrants or something like that, possibly maybe working under him, or there's something there. I don't know if it was smuggling people. I would hope not. I really would. However, I'm not going to rule out that possibility. Okay. But also we know Taurus is tied to jewelry, fashions. So we probably, if we want to know where the money is, because we do have the 10th house, the money is probably staring us right in our face whenever it pertains to Gunna. It actually could be tied into a music company, a clothing company, jewelry company. Okay. But we could even, maybe, my opinion, the jewelry, the clothes, the luxury items, we could say, were bought with, I actually do feel like there is money hidden somewhere. I'm actually getting Turkey. Now, I'm not sure if a trip has been made to Turkey, or I don't necessarily know if Turkey has that avenue where you can go and, I don't know, hide money. I ain't in Turkey. I'm in the South. Okay, so I don't know. But again, that is just possibly an intuitional tick that I'm having a little bit when it pertains to this whole situation. Okay, and we know Aquarius is also tied to musicians. Aquarius is also tied to the internet. I don't know why I'm getting like electrocution or electricity. Okay. So pardon me. So anything that is coming out tied to this particular trial, he is not shocked whatsoever. All he can think about is digits. It's almost like in his mind is like a calculator. Like, I'm just digitizing. I'm just tallying up everything in his mind. That's all he cares about. So if they're coming out and saying that, hey, you kill this person, for him, it may be like, okay, so what if I did? Tell me about the money. Tell me about the digits. How much is it going to cost? So maybe we may possibly have somebody who could be, I don't know, maybe bribery in some sort of manner. Okay, heavy on the bribery, maybe. Because again, he is in his own house. So to be honest, all he really cares about is himself. And I don't know if maybe that is why Gunna decided to take a plea, because this may even possibly been told back to him like, hey, Young Thug really only cares about himself. So I'm not necessarily sure what you're going to do. Okay. Yeah. and his Saturn is hitting the first house ruler, which is the sun. He really doesn't give a damn about anyone. Okay, and then we have Saturn in the 11th house. I'm getting an older brother, or honestly his father may have something to do this. We know Mars is tied to guns, semi-automatic. I'm hearing AR-15. I'm hearing it's like a machine gun, but it's like a heavy artillery type of weapon that you would probably see in war. I don't know where the hell they got that. What is it called? I can hear it in my head, but I can't think of what the actual name of the gun is called. Man, I can't think of it, but I can see it. I just can't think of it. It is a machine gun, but like I said, it does feel like I would think that would only be something you see on a battlefield. Like, why would you have that? But remember I said smuggling? Okay. See, that's the thing. This feels like it possibly goes deeper than we think in terms of the smuggling type of energy. It may not necessarily be just in Atlanta. Let's take a look, shall we? And I'm actually going to take a look at my book of rulership because there's something that I want to look at. Oh, Gemini. Okay, where are the Twin Towers at? Would that be Chicago? No, New York. Okay. So this may go as far as that. Now, I think this case may be more so on the state side. I haven't verified that. I probably should have, but I wouldn't really be surprised because for some reason, the District of New York, or for some reason, New York, I said Twin Towers, that gives me definitely government. So I wouldn't be surprised if the feds possibly try to come in at some point and maybe try to pick up what the state failed to accomplish. Now, I don't know if they failed to accomplish anything, but right now he is strong in his own house. So in some sort of a manner, if they possibly are trying to get him from guns, he may throw it off on his father. If his father is involved, okay, I think they're actually maybe trying to get his father involved based off of what I see here, or older sibling. I don't know if he has an older sibling, but if he does, they may be in cahoots. The older sibling actually may be walking among us, and he may be the one possibly still orchestrating things while he is like in confinement. Okay. And okay, so he's hitting Mars. He's also hitting the sun. So I'm going to take a look at what am I looking for? Oh, I'm going to take a look at what the 20th degree of Saturn is. Okay. Saturn. And the 20th degree is a Scorpio degree. I'm just, in my opinion, guys, especially with this squaring Mars, my opinion, I think he has killed someone. It may even be someone who he may have convinced was like they were brothers or something like that. I think, yes. But it's so sad. It's almost like kill him, bury the body. It's giving mob. It really is. It really is giving the mob. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it almost feels like they're trying to go back to, I'm hearing the 50s, but I don't know who would have been the mob boss in the 50s, but for some reason, energetically speaking, that's coming up when it pertains to this particular situation. And another thing as well, I mean, the money may even be tied into maybe some sort of a liquor company. Maybe they told him to turn over his passport, but my opinion, I think he has a fake passport somewhere or some sort of fake documentation that would allow him to get into another country. It almost gives me a little bit of energy, maybe even having mob ties to maybe even the ruler of another country, but we probably would never know this. I think this goes a lot deeper, a lot more serious than, they are trying to present it. Okay. Like it does. I mean, Gemini rules the hands. It even almost gives me that energy of somebody being like, if you don't talk, I'm going to cut off your finger. It's very brutal. He is brutal. I hate to say it, I think Young Thug is dark. My opinion. And like, I don't really know a lot about him. To be honest, I'm not really interested in his music, but outside of that, I really don't know a lot about him. But just based off what I'm looking at here, my opinion, he may need to stay in there. This guy, he is dangerous. And he is in the house of the public because the seventh house is a very public house. It's on the first degree. So by the way, this is really, really early in things. Okay. So right now he's feeling strong because based off of what they're presenting, it's just not good enough. So I don't know if they'll even be able to hold him super long, but we'll have to see. It's too early to tell right now. Okay. Um, the first degree of Aquarius is situated on a fixed star, okay? And the first degree of Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio can be a degree of long lasting. So even though it's too early, well, I would say it's too early for him to try to call his own case. And I think that's what he's trying to do. The biggest thing that I feel is going to get him is wherever these guns came from. It's like literally smuggling artillery. Okay, that's what, you know how like Victor Bout, the one that they traded for Brittany Griner, is giving that like an arms dealer or some sort of a manner. It's almost like you may as well have an armory or something like that because wow, there's a lot of weapons. Why? He may even possibly be responsible for some sort of shooting at a bowling alley. I don't know why I'm picking up something tied to a bowling alley. And I don't know, or if there was like a big cahoot about a bowling alley and something about a gun may have came out. Yes, someone maybe affiliated with him, maybe that he was over, could have had some sort of part to play in that. Okay, my opinion based off of just what I feel. Okay. And let's take a look again at Aquarius 20 degrees, and then we'll look at the first degree. Okay. So the 20th degree of Aquarius, I think I talked about this before because Young Miami was on the same degree when I did it yesterday. You see, it's been a whole day, almost a day and a half, 2 days, and Saturn still hasn't really moved off of this degree. So you see how slow moving it is. So we have success, we have faith, danger from beast, conflict with evil, weakness, ambitious. Okay. So we could even take that maybe ambitious type of energy and say he may have possibly got ambitious. Excuse me. He may have possibly got ambitious when it pertains to having that sort of power, because the power that he has, I would say, is not normal. That's why I said I get mob ties. And honestly, El Chapo may be a like an idol of his, okay, in some sort of a manner. El Chapo, Al Capone. I'm getting something with the G, but it's not coming through like I wanted to. And this G person, who may have been someone like a mob ruler, boss, or could have been born in the 40s, or they could have possibly did something in the 40s, maybe 40s close to 50s. Okay, I'll be doing my research on that tonight, but not right now. So let's look at the first degree of Aquarius. The first degree of Aquarius is a degree of somebody who can be bold, confident, stubborn, sudden wealth, extinction, scientific philosophy. So in my opinion, I don't think his money, actually music bankrupt him. Guns is what made him. That was so corny, but that's all I could think about at the time. So I think the money, the sudden wealth here came from possibly machinery, weapons. I think Mars is drugs, if we're going to be honest. So music is probably the bankrupt here, because look at it. Saturn, him, is squaring Uranus and Taurus. Taurus is signifier of music, and it's just making a square, and it's probably separating. Yes, and it's separating. So you're looking at over the last 5 years, he possibly has lost so much money when it pertains to the music. Okay. I mean, with it being sudden wealth, um, I don't know, man. I don't even know if at one point he even possibly tried to invest in like TikTok, unless he is already invested in TikTok in terms of like in the actual company shares or something like that. Okay. So what else can we look at here? I don't need to really look at the 13th degree of Mars because I actually just talked about that whenever it pertains to the Megan the Stallion video. My God, I can't talk, that I just did with her, Tori, and Kelsey. So if you didn't see that, just go back through my recent videos. Okay. Acting, accidents, unharmonious, lustful nature. It's like, it's almost like Young Thug could even be a serial killer. And I'm not saying that he is an actual serial killer, but he has that potential to possibly be one because of this degree being on a lustful nature. It's almost just like weapons just gets him off. Something about that just gets him off for some sort of it's kind of bizarre. That's why I said this one seems kind of dark. Weapons, blood, I would possibly assume in some sort of a manner whenever it pertains to that. But the thing is, he is sitting in a, like I said, not necessarily a super bad position. If it is something tied to guns, like I said, I think that's going to be the biggest thing that's probably going to stick. And that may be what starts to lead to other things, guns, okay? Or like I said, I think Mars is drugs. I'm going to have to double check that. But right now I'm just going off of pure memory, okay? Sun at 24 degrees in the 5th house. There's somebody that I actually think he's like, if I can almost in a manner see him like shaking hands with somebody and he's kind of like, that's my big brother. And I don't know who this would possibly be because the sun is in the 5th house of fame. So this could be any freaking body, but but it's almost like he's like a head of state, I guess, or I don't know. That probably is a bad example. I'm just a sucker for bad examples today. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Honestly, it is really crazy. So, again, we know his trial court case would be 7th from him, which would land us right here probably, or no, or is it Cancer? Moon, hold on. 7th from him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the sun, I was right. So here he is. Look, even again, his Saturn, he is making an aspect to the sun, but it's separating. So this could be somebody, whoever this big brother, they're separating themselves from him. But the thing is with him, he's so stubborn to the point where it's just like, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. Even if it is somebody that could possibly get you out of the tight spot that you're in, you're so damn idiotic because you like, it's that mindset of thinking that you can always get another one. You can always replace them. But what if this is the person that can literally get you out of the spot that you're in? Okay. Either way. So let's look at the 24th degree of Sagittarius. 24 degrees of Sagittarius is excess. Look at that. Indulgent spiritual enthusiast. Wow. And that further goes to me saying this one is dark. He actually may be consulting with a spiritual advisor. Okay. And the 24th degree is, if I'm not mistaken, a Pisces degree. So Young Thug may possibly be into black magic, or he may know someone, like a celebrity may possibly be like a referral. Like a referral. I'm giving you a referral to this spiritual enthusiast, okay? Like this person who may be able to help you get out of this jam, okay? My opinion, I think he would possibly go there. That's my opinion. I think he would possibly go there. Okay. And it looks like the sun of the spiritual, or the 7th house, the 7th from him, which would be the sun, okay, in Sagittarius, is squaring the Lord of the 8th house. Okay. So, but guess what, sir? You have to sacrifice somebody. This may have already happened. Like possibly literally sacrifice somebody. You possibly have to sacrifice somebody in order for this to work. Like literally, like I don't know, like sacrificing a goat, or I heard a lamb or something like that, like a blood sacrifice. Oh, this is dark. We're done. Okay. It's been nice. It's been nice, guys. But actually we're not done. I'm not chicken. Just kidding. But we're kind of done with this because it's kind of pretty much what I was feeling anyway, that I was kind of getting darkness from him. Okay. In my opinion, you should be terrified of this one. Okay. Because he also, without a doubt, he is the leader of the organization. He does, I mean, of course, they're going to lie to the prosecution, to the DA, and say he definitely is not, may even try to throw it off on someone else. I wonder if his brother may possibly try to take the fall from him, but I don't think that's going to work because this may be something that has failed in the past. So they may be back again because like I said, karmic. Okay, Jupiter is on a karmic degree in Pisces, last degree of Pisces, hitting this spiritual enthusiast. Okay, so this may be a second attempt, third attempt, fourth attempt when it pertains to getting him, but I can't necessarily say they're incorrect about him doing what they claimed he did. I think he did, and I actually think it's worse than what they have on paper. But the issue comes into play on, can you prove it? I think it may be difficult for them to prove that. Okay. Oh yeah, ninth house. Oh, would you look at that? The ninth house is Aries. Aries is Mars. Saturn is tied to Mars. Mars is in the 11th. Okay. So again, remember I said the ninth house is also tied to law. So it's like, I'm very much aware of the charges here. I know exactly what you said I did. And if I did it, so what? Can you prove it? It's very snooty. I don't know why anybody would want to sleep with this person, deal with this person. It's like, it's very, ugh. It's like, how dare you turn your damn nose up and you have blood on your hands. But anyway, let's see. I don't even know this. I don't even know his birthday. I don't even know his birthday. Actually, I'm going to go see if I can find it. You should be scared, to be honest. Oh, he's August the 16th. So he's very moon ruled. Okay. Like I said, I might have to take a look at his birth chart, but it probably won't be today. Okay. Waiting for this to load. Okay, there it goes. Sorry, guys. I was waiting for my screen to load. I think I was just moving too fast between screens, and I have to give this little screen recorder thing time to catch up. So let's see. It's like, honestly, he is a snake, but maybe not in the manner of like telling. I don't think it's in the manner of telling on someone. He legitimately is a snake. I can hear like the hissing in my ear. Okay. I can hear the hissing in my ear. It's like trying to talk. It literally is. It's like, I love Harry Potter, but in the second movie, Chamber of Secrets, whenever Harry Potter was talking parcel tongue, it's like that. It's very snakish. So we can even chop that up to, he's very coded in the words that he say. Certain words that he say represent certain things that you need to do. And you got 24 hours to do it, or I'm going to handle you type of thing. So it's literally, it's almost like the KGB. And I know that's probably a terrible example. Does the KGB even still exist? But what was I watching? It was like, what was that, Scandal or something? Whenever that woman, they all work for the KGB, and she's trying to make it seem like she has this regular old life with grandkids, but she's really listening to the radio, listening for those exact clues for her assignment. That's what it's giving me. So let's see. I think this might be a no. So he actually may be staying in jail for a while. Okay. But don't get it twisted. Yeah, it's a no. The Tower. Okay. Yeah, guys, this is a lot worse than what they have on paper. Okay. And there actually is a woman at the helm as well. So there could be a woman that maybe they're not necessarily looking at whenever it pertains to this particular trial that is involved. Okay. I don't know if they tried to question if he has a baby mama. I don't know if they tried to question the baby mama, but it's like he has her trained or he has her scared shitless. I'm hearing like a Janea or something like that may possibly be tied to this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we may have to look back at this in maybe 8 more months, unless this could go, he could possibly be in there until 2028. So coming up on maybe it could be 5 years, but I don't know if they'll be able to hold him that long. So like I said, we may have to check back in possibly 5. Yeah, he is, of course, he is wealthy. No doubt about that. But it's more so from thievery. Okay. Illegal things than anything else. But okay. So the death card, karmic justice. Oh, that's exactly what it is. Death card and the justice card, karmic justice. Okay. This talk about a fall from grace. Okay. This is almost like him going back to whenever he was 14. Okay. Or this actually may have started whenever he was 14. Like I said, I'm not sure if his dad was involved, but if his dad is involved, he may have been engrossed into this life at 14 years old. They failed this young man. They really did. And that's unfortunate, but that's that. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around for this short video when it pertains to Young Thug. I didn't talk about Gunna. Like I said, we'll probably have to do like a natal chart on him. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening in, and I will see you later.